Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Adventure Time, Season 6, Episodes 31 and 32. So, this is our first Adventure Time with the new schedule. It's on Thursdays now, as you can see, because Owl House Season 2 has started, and that is on Wednesdays. Just to keep it from being too late in the week and all. So, yeah. Just some interesting stuff happening with all of this. Adventure Time is one of those just weird shows where it's like, sometimes... Hold on a second here. Sometimes it gets really interesting, and other times it's just, you know? And last time, if I can look this up actually, because I'm not 100% sure, if I'm being honest. Oh, yeah. I don't know why my mind was blanking out. But last time we had the Susan Strong episode, which was really good and had a lot of simpage for me. Because Susan being so, buff and everything. And we also had the diary, which was not as good for me. It was just kind of meh, if I'm being honest. And there's something interesting here, which let me just make sure on that I found out. Cheryl from the first one, Dark Purple. She is voiced by Ashley Birch, who is Molly McGee, among many, many other big iconic roles. And I just find that interesting. I haven't gone back and checked it again, but I did find out that she was voiced by Ashley Birch, and I think that's fun. So this time, I don't know what we're getting ourselves into as usual, but we're about 10 episodes away from the finale of the season. Because there's 43 episodes? Let me check real quick. 43, yes. So after today, we'll be about 10 episodes away. And that's, in and of itself, pretty interesting. Because that means we're coming up on the finale. And we still got the stuff with the comic going on. We've had plenty of stuff with Finn's dad this season. That's stuff that's definitely going to be merging into the finale with this one. Very much excited to see where that goes. And as I've stated before, once we finish Season 6 of Adventure Time, we will be going right back to OKKO. That was just the plan, so yeah. We will be getting back to that at that point. So I want to say, if there's going to be 10 episodes after this week, or maybe 11 technically, maybe 5 weeks left? 4 or 5 weeks, depending on how many I decide to do each week, basically. That's probably what it's going to end up being to get through the rest of the series. This season. And then we'll go off onto the other seasons at some point in the future. Just probably get to a couple other things first, even after OKKO. We'll see. But I'm just excited to get into this to see more, because we've gotten some fun episodes lately. We've gotten some that were just kind of okay, sure, but some that were pretty fun. And so I'm hoping at least one of these is pretty fun. So we're just going to get into it, hope for the best. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we begin spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Alright. I don't know what else to say. That was a thing, I guess. So the first of these episodes, I think it was called Walnut and Rains or something like that. Finn and Jake, while out doing their thing, fall down two opposite holes near each other. Finn ends up waking up in this Kingdom of Huge, I think it was called, where this giant fat king is being served by food boys and is refusing to let Finn leave. Finn ends up having to concoct a plan to try to get out, and then changes it partway through. So that's interesting. Jake, meanwhile, falls down a separate hole after Finn does, and ends up falling onto this constantly falling, or seemingly falling, board of wood, basically. That's just there suspended by balloons and everything, and just kind of there. He's going to escape at first, climb out, but the bear who's there, named Bill, or 7718, because he read it upside down, he ends up convincing Jake to stay, and the two end up playing cards together and stuff, and kind of becoming friends. It's soon revealed after Finn decides to destroy the king's clock, his cuckoo clock, that Jake and Bill were not falling perpetually, but they were being basically floated in this this stove's I don't know what they're called. My God, my mind is blanking. For lack of better words, steam stack. I can't think of what they're called. But the steam from the cooking pots and everything is like continuously raising them up and keeping them going and all. So they're not actually falling at all. They're like just kind of like bouncing up and down in one spot, basically, because the steam keeps lifting them upward. After the cuckoo clock is broken and everything, the pots end up going out because water is spilled and puts out all the fire on the stove, which causes the steam to stop, which causes them to fall through. And with Jake's help, they all escape. Finn, Jake, and Bill escape after Jake just punches the dude in the face. And all is good, I guess. Apparently Bill wants a big old hot dog and doesn't give a shit if what it's made out of. It's like, hey dude, fair enough, hot dogs are great, I don't give a shit. But yeah, and then we go into the second episode here, in which the Ice King tricks Magus to come in, and he uses him to bring a bunch of his objects to life in order to have friends, instead of, just being friends with Magus. So he brings first a lamp that he likes, then just all his other furniture and stuff, and they end up being too smart for him. Like, they end up being really smart, well-spoken, have a lot of heavy thoughts and all, and it gets on Ice King's nerves, because he's a smooth brain up there, as we know. So he starts getting pissy at them and starts feeling inferior, to eventually the point where he just starts going crazy, freezes all of them after destroying the dresser with the dumbbell from the weight set, to get his crown back, which they stole. And then he just freezes them all and throws them off the mountain. And it's like, oh, okay. This is definitely a multiple homicide here. Because they were living beings. And we see the lamp, and he's ready to throw the lamp off, but luckily Magus takes away its life before, Ice King can kill it. And that in and of itself is also kind of fucked up if you think about it. But this episode was just a lot of WTF and, like, really weird shit going on. A lot of existential or heavy discussions and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm not quite like Ice King, who just gets pissed off by all that, but it's like that stuff. I'm not great with existentialism. I've talked about that before, but it's like, I like the lamp though. She was cool. I liked her. She was the only one of them I really liked. But this just it's just another example of an Ice King episode that continues to show his declined mental state and how poor off he just honestly is. So nothing really new there, but nothing nothing that we haven't seen before. I just it wasn't bad. Neither of these episodes were bad. They were just kind of meh for me. Neither of them really did anything special. Neither of them really, like, excited me or really got me invested in them. They were just kind of there. But they weren't bad. So either way, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of these 2 episodes of Adventure Time? And thank you all so much once again for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie. I'm signing off. See you all next time.